Hello gamers and welcome back. I'm Rob, of course, or Warshack if you want to call me by my in-game name, and we are rank 4, almost rank 3 on ladder, which means it's time to pull up those try-hard socks and get ourselves to legend. Also, we've got some good news. I don't know why that transition was so in other news. We're heading to Florida tomorrow. Really excited, guys, to be being able to look up at the sky and see a sun, and that sun actually be warm. So with that said, definitely want to hit legend by the end of this month, make a lot of deck guides for you guys before the new standard rotation. Well, I guess that's kind of pointless to make deck guides and then the rotation hits and then the deck guides don't do anything. So it's more of like, let's hit legend just to be able to play decks that we know we're not going to be able to play. So we can hit legend and do like a bunch of meme decks and just have as much fun as we can until the rotation. That makes more sense, right? And then from there, it'll be the beginning of the month, and we know what the next month is when the expansion hits, right? So a lot have been questions like, Rob, what are your plans when the expansion hits? So, as always, guys, I'll review all of the cards. Oh, no, our decisions, right? Okay, so now that we drew this guy a little too late, Tunnel Trog into Totem Golem is always a good play, but if we play the Tunnel Trog now, it's not as powerful, right? And then turn 3, we Totem Golem, and then it cock blocks us on 4, so then we can't play our 4-drop 7/7. So like the Totem Golem now, depending on what we draw, just makes the most sense. And plus it has the extra life, right? So if he has Wrath, it's gonna die regardless, even if we play the Tunnel Trog versus this, but we're like not overloaded on 4. And against Druid, we're not taking 6 damage before turn 4, and if we are, bad things happen that game. So playing the Water Speaker on 4 is gonna be pretty important. Oh my god, he's ramping out, boys. So it looks like the Tunnel Trog was the play last turn, but I mean, you can never really say these things. But Jade Claws comes in, super clutch, nasty sauce. So what do we do here? We play the Tunnel Trog, again, trade into there. This guy goes down to 2. We Tunnel Trog into like Jade Claws hero power, or we'd play the Water Speaker to heal our guy back up. We could go with the Jade Claws now, remove the board. This 1/1, we'd maybe swing into it, go face. It protects our 1/1 here, forcing him to have to hero power if he wants to kill it, or develop the 4-drop he has. Or not develop the 4-drop he has. I think the Tunnel Trog demands more answers, but it just doesn't fill out the curve that I wanted to. It also leads into super sick nasty turn 4 play. So I'm going to go with the Tunnel Trog. It doesn't feel that great, but it opens opportunities for a 4-drop to make more sense than the Jade Claws, right? Because we Jade Claws now, we give up our turn 4 to really anything super powerful. So right now he goes with this play, right? On turn 4, he hero powered, nothing's getting developed. This Tunnel Trog is going to get buffed up through the Jade Claws and or the Water Speaker, depending on what we want to play. So I really don't see a problem with basically exchanging the Tunnel Trog for that. So I'm going to go with the Water Speaker. Puts more value on the board, bumps up our Tunnel Trog. Looks good, feels good, is good. It also still opens up to a turn 4 play if we drop the 7/7, which always is nice. But then it looks like he's playing the OTK Druid, to be honest. It's looking like that OTK Druid. So, do we actually have to Lava Burst this Azure Drake to keep our 3/6 alive? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm hoping for a Pirate, right? Yeah, if we draw any Pirate besides Patches, we can go like Jade Claws, Pirate, swing into this because we have our Chargers, and then we can basically fit in a hero power too. That'd be nice. I was saying something about Legends. Oh, yes, the expansion at the beginning of the month. We're going to want to hit. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. The super sick, nasty Pirate. So this is what I was talking about. It looks good. It feels good. It is good. Get in there, Patches. You got played the right way this game. I can't say that's going to be the same for the remainder of our matches, but at least we played Patches at the front of our road to legend in this particular episode correctly. Patches got played correctly, so round of applause to Patches. But either way, so he's got to be playing. I mean, he could be. Yeah, he played the Jade Blossom, so he's playing the Jade deck, but he's just playing Sidonia's Jade deck, which is more mid-rangey. It has 2 Druid of the Claws. This is the second time I've seen this deck on ladder since that tournament, so kind of makes sense. Ooh, this is looking good. So we could go with like the Flame Tongue Totem. This has 3, this has 2. We'd Maelstrom, kill off this. This stays healthy because I really don't like Lava Bursting this. It all depends what totem we roll, right? But if we roll Totem, then we can't Maelstrom and Flame Tongue. I honestly, I just don't like. Well, this is 3, this is 2. That's 5, and he's at 6. All right, I'm not being a goose. So I guess we would Maelstrom first, depending on what kind of shiz is gonna happen. Oh, that's really not that bad. Cool. I just don't like using lava bursts on creatures. That's what we go face. Like, we only used a weapon and a 1/1, right? The 1/1's dying to swipe regardless. Meanwhile, this board is much more resilient. Still going with the defensive, hitting the Wrath, not drawing. So it looks like Spell Power Totem is what's going to allow us to keep a minion alive here, or what we're actually going to have to sacrifice for a minion. We're at 7, this is going to be 4, that's going to be 6. So we could go with the Sir Finley, look for a mage. Mage Druid. Yeah, Mage or Druid, or we're just going to roll for Spell Power. I think Sir Finley's a little bit more consistent, to be completely honest. I like the Sir Finley here. Warlock, our steady shot. Ooh. Steady shots on the Smork plan life. I think we got to go with the Smork plan, right? I mean, next turn we're pushing 12. We're going to be doing 3 this turn. That's 15, and he's at 17, so he's going to be at 14. I really like the steady shot plan, man. But I also like the life tap. I think I'm going to go with the life tap. I'm so greedy. I'm a greedy guy. We gotta tap, bring it on back. Like, I can't, like, it's just so hard for me to go Smork. Smork was the right play there, and tapping before we made the trade was another right play, because we would have gotten, another card. But, you know, I'm just, like, it's the second he plays, like, a Feral Rage, man, all the Smork plan goes down the drain. Like, it's just asking for trouble. This is unfortunate. This is where the Smork plan, definitely would have come in handy, you know what I'm saying? Because right now we would just hero power, so we'd hero power, we'd pick him down to 12, right? We wouldn't have, I don't know, man. This is, do we play the 4-drop 7? Do we tap and 4-drop 7/7? Because then if he mulches, we just die. So we go like Lava Burst, swing, 3 goes face, and then we tap. We don't develop anything. So I think we tap, and then we 4-drop 7/7. And we hope to God he doesn't have mulch in his hand. All right, so we would have done 4 more damage, so he'd have 10 damage. We still would have attacked the Druid of the... We still would have Lava Bursted the Druid of the Claw, though. That doesn't change. So we'd always have 1 Lava Burst, but we got to keep track of, like, how many times we tap versus how many times we could have Hunter Hero Powered. And I bet... And he had 3 cards in his hand, right? So I took the chance that he didn't have a handful of Jades. He had a handful of, like... maybe 1 or 2 Jades, but I didn't expect the brand into taunt into Jade into Jade into Jade into Jade. Like, I just didn't see it coming. I just didn't see it coming, man. So he would be at, we would have hero powered 2 turns in a row, so he'd be at 11, this would be 5, this would be at 4, and then we would Azure Drake, and that still wouldn't kill him because we wouldn't have enough mana, but, however, we would be at a little bit more life. This would have punched through... because we would have Lava Burst, it would have done 3, so this would have been in play, and he would have been at like 7 or 8, and this would have been max of 5. So I don't see that being the cause either. So even if we would have took a Smorkadid, I didn't see, there was no out there with this guy in the way, and then just following up. So we needed to kill the brand there, but we had no way because of the taunt. And then even if we got through the taunt, we didn't have any other spells to get through it. We just got fucked. I'm talking about the other expansion, though. I want to hit Legend before the expansion hits, which means we have to hit Legend before the 6th of the month, which means I have like 4 or 5 days to hit Legend. So I'll do my best to make videos during those times, but like I play my best when I'm not recording. I just play a lot better. I don't know what it is, but you know, my like 55-60% win rate while I'm like recording and making videos and stuff goes up to about 70 to 75%. When I just solely just, you know, listen to my music and play. So that's what probably, oh fuck, I'm such a bad player. Like I said, we drew patches that we did the right way last game, but now we're just going to draw them every time. And we're going to get Druid. Like, this would normally be a fantastic matchup for us, but if we noticed every Druid we'll play, we'll have like some sort of fucking crazy, super, like, that's shenanigan combo. He must have a weird hand if he innervates out that Jade Blossom. Like, that's just weird. He has to have like another Jade Blossom in his hand, which is fucking ridiculous. There you go. A Lamau. So I don't like patches. I don't like playing patches to kill this 1/1. I really don't mind. Well, if we lightning bolt, then we'd be playing Jade Claws next turn. And I want to play the 4-drop 7/7, which means we can't overload next turn, which is the only turn now is to lava or lightning bolt. So I guess we just do this, because the next turn is going to be probably Flame Tongue into the flame, or we'd go with like Hero Power or patches. It all depends on what he does, to be honest. I just don't want to Jade Claws, because then we just push this guy back, and this is how we win right here. That's balls to the walls. Ouch. So Finley's not a bad draw. So we're gonna look for basically Hunter or Warlock. Apparently we're looking for Paladin. That is pretty spectacular. So as long as he doesn't have like an Azure Drake here, Living Roots, to deal 2 or to summon 2? Okay, he's summoning 2. We're just gonna do our due diligence. We're gonna pick off the 1/1s with the Murgleton, and we're just swinging all face with this Flame Wreath. But the problem is, if he didn't play creatures this turn, he just summoned Living Roots. That there's a good chance that one of those cards in his hand is gonna be that Mulch, which makes it so I probably should have Tunnel Trug, Jade Claws, cleared up board, buff this guy. He's forced to use Mulch on like a Tunnel Trug, or if he does, at least we have other shit to play besides the Flame Wreath, but it got created by Mulch. That just feels bad. So we could have spread out our resources a little bit more, but either way, did what we could with what we got. So if we Flame Tongue Patches, Patches goes into there, that doesn't feel good. If we Tunnel Trug, Jade Claws goes into the 1/1. This is still a 2/3, and it gets trampled by both of these, but then we would Maelstrom Portal, and then that would feel pretty good. Oh, he doesn't have to hit it. It can just go into... Oh, that feels bad. I think... Oh. Yeah, the reason I attack the 1/1 is because he can swing the 2/3 into it and attack here. If he swings his 3/3, we're swinging with our weapon and Maelstrom. It's important that we Maelstromed. And these guys go down to 1. Are you fucking kidding? At least just don't draw into another spell, please. Oh, he has no mana anyway. So this is what... This is that good. This is good. And we don't even have spell power anymore, so this can't give us spell. Oh my god, it's horrible. All right, so this is going to... Do we Maelstrom Portal first? Because then we could get a card that... No. So this is 2, that's 3, and that would be 5. So this swings into there. That only does 1. Shut the fuck up, Druid. Shut the fuck up, Druid. All right, we finally got back the board, boys. Dude, I can't handle this guy. He gets the nut draw, man. Like, what is, like, are you kidding me? Azure Drake into top deck's Claw? Like, absolutely fucking disgusting. Let's clear this off. I mean, do we really Lava Burst a 4/4? Hell yeah, we do, brother. All right, we just need to top deck Azure Drake right now, and we can do this. We top deck Aya, Azure Drake. If he top decks Nourish or another Drake, we're in trouble. All right, summon a 4/4. I can deal with that. He top decks Fandral. This is... Oh, that's interesting. So he's choosing not to put in his deck because he doesn't want to draw him, but, you know, if he draws a card and it's a 5/5, that's still pretty damn good. So... We have a lot of pretty good draws in our deck, to be honest. A lot of pretty good draws. All right, so another 4-drop 7/7, huge. Aya's huge. Jade Lightning, huge. Him getting swipe is... There's a lot of bad cards he can draw. There's a lot of good cards he can draw, too, though. Unfortunately, this is a matchup that we shouldn't even worry about. Like, Druid is just a matchup we should literally fucking dominate, man. But we're just getting plastered. Like, this is something I would not... I wouldn't even say would be horrible. I don't know what the issue is here. I think the Flame Wreath was a really big... Yeah, I can't. Azure Drake into Claw, into Fangel, into 4/4, into Swipe, into Aya. My top deck, 2/1 into Feral Spirits. Into Fetching Culch from Mulch. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Come on, man. I can deal with some bad luck, man. And then we drew patches in the opening hand. Like, I can deal with some shit, but I can't deal with that much shit. But the 4-drop 7/7, we could have played around it because we predicted he had Mulch. But you kind of have to, when it's in your opening hand, if you can play the 4-drop 7/7 on turn 4, you almost 100% always fucking do it. Like, you just can't play around Mulch because he's always going to have Mulch and he's always going to save Mulch for the 4-drop 7/7. So you play it as early as you can, and that's the highest chance that he doesn't have it. Like, period, end of story. That's the way it works. And there's those slight chances that you can kind of predict that, oh shit, you know, that looks like a Mulch, but he got the Mulch even from the Raven Idol, which is like, that didn't even come from his deck. So it's not even like you could predict, oh, you know, he kept this in the mulligan. It came, you know, what would the Druid keep in the mulligan? Obviously, Jade Blossoms, he used those, but on top of that, he kept the he got the Raven Idol from the Mulch. You can't predict that. Unpredictable. All right, Sir Finley into Life Tap, into 4-axe, into like what, upgrade? Into, do you have the Dread Corsair too, buddy? If he has the Dread Corsair too, and that's another nut draw against me. Already, War Axe into upgrade, we draw patches. Jesus Christ. How do we have to Life Tap to beat him, or do we armor up? That's the question. I think we can, but okay, so normally I would say if he had armor up, we would pick armor up. We would out-resource him because that would outvalue him. The fact that he has Life Tap means we'll never be able to outvalue him because every one card we play, he can play 2, which means we either have to outsmork him because he has Life Tap and we can just keep hero powering, or we armor up and try to outvalue, or we also go Life Tap, tap, we both like equally generate value, and then it's basically whoever gets the burst at the very end. So I think I go armor up, but it just doesn't feel right. Steady Shot feels right, but it also doesn't feel right. I think I'm gonna go with Steady Shot. He's gonna go with Life Tap, I'm gonna go with Steady Shot, and he's gonna take 4 damage a turn. And we also have 4-drop 7/7. Uh-oh. He played patches the right way. Let's see if he chooses to kill this Sir Finley. Because if he doesn't, we can punish. Good boy. Good. So we can actually kill this 6/3 now. So we can go attack. Yeah. Patches. Attack. Maelstrom. Cool. So next turn, it's just like even smorking now. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. Like as soon as he whips out an Arcane Reaper, we go down to 11 with 1 attack from that. He's got the second War Axe. Oh gosh. So it's here. Do we go Spirits to protect ourselves? No, I go with the 4-drop 7/7. Do we go face? Probably. Because he has 3, that would push him down to 4, and it's not like any of it. Yeah. We go face here almost 100% of the time. Fuck it. We're kill the Sir Finley. I don't know. Like, as soon as I drop these wolves, we're just gonna massively click the shit out of this Steady Shot. It's just, he's going to ignore this 7/7. The 7/7 can basically beat his face in, forcing him to stop tapping, and these basically are going to stop the Arcanite, but I hope there we go. So he's going to invest into the Arcanite, which is what I was hoping. I didn't want to Feral Spirits that turn, not develop the 7/7, and then have to wait, like, forever to get it down. So now we can develop this, we smash his face, and we just start pumping it. And it's not even like we had time for a bunch of hero powers anyway, so it's not picking another hero power in this situation doesn't matter unless it comes down to him having burst from hand, and if we had like armor up, then that was the difference. So he's taking 6, we have 9 into Lava Burst. So we have, how much? This is 12, 13, 14, and if we go I think this is 15, 16, right? Yes, this is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And this is 3, and this is always going to be 2, so it's just lethal. And well, let's make it seem like it was because of the Hunter Hero power, not that we top deck Lightning Bolt. So it looks like the plan worked. The plan did work, it did. Kind of. I think the Maelstrom portal is why we won. And some can argue patches allowed us to clear the 5 or the 7. What the fuck was it? A 6-3 or something crazy like that. But I mean, if we would have just drawn another pirate, it would have pulled patches anyway. So you can't argue that the drawing patches helped us, because we would have generated patches anyway, because there's only 2 other fucking pirates on our deck. And both of them summoned patches. So it doesn't make sense. We just keep the 4-drop 7/7, of course. And he might be tempo mage, he might not be. Most of the time you can just kind of chalk it up to freeze or Reno mage, but tempo mage it's been getting pretty popular lately, so I wouldn't be surprised. But Reno mage it is. Looks like we have no play, so it looks like coin 4-drop 7/7. And if you've watched any of my videos in the past, there's almost 100% chance this guy's gonna have polymorph. Because they fuck, dude, I can't keep track of this enough, guys. My patches draw rate is above 50%. We've played 4 games, and he's been in my hand, whether at the opening or soon after, 3 times out of the 4 games. It's crazy. I've never seen something like it before. Ever. I almost just don't want to play the card, but he's so powerful that when we can actually play the card, it's worth it. But at the same time, I just don't want to play the card anymore. Like, it hurts so bad. Like, it is such a, it's people, oh, it doesn't even matter. Oh, baby. It matters a lot. Like, this could have been a Totem Golem. It could have been a Tunnel Trog. It could have been a Jade Lightning. It could have, just the amount of things it could have been. Like, right now, Jade Lightning, boom, done. Tunnel Trog, Jade Lightning, boom, done. But no. Could have been a weapon. So then we could have South Sea Deckhand, Flame Tongue Totem, clear Azure Drake. But now it's turn 5, and we can't kill a 4/4 on. Actually, we can't, I lied. Too busy complaining. Salty rub. Only because we drew him 3 times in a row. We would have drawn him like once or twice, but fuck it, that's normal. But 75% draw rate, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up, fam. Alright, turn 6. What do we do? Kind of just want to put the pressure down, to be honest, but this is like good burst value. So we could go wide with like Totem Golem Feral Spirits, but then he does Flame Strike. But then we've only played 2 cards. We go with like Water Speaker Totem Golem. It's a little bit more resilient. Can save maybe Feral Spirit a little bit later for Tunnel Trog. Still weak to freeze regardless. Okay. I kind of want to save... well, we want him to use Blizzard before we use that, right? So now is a really good opportunity to only... Well, if we Flame Tongue, we've got 3 mana left over. Yeah, I really don't mind doing this. This is a sufficient amount of pressure where he'll want to clear the board, but at the same time, we really didn't develop anything but a Flame Tongue Totem, and the 1-drop killed his 5-drop, or 7-drop, but he still killed our Totem Golem, which was basically a 3-drop. So, see, now we got the Blizzard out, so when we summon our 4/2, not that it matters a whole lot, at least we can actually expect this to live, and it just doesn't die to the Blizzard. Because what I wanted to do last turn was to attack with this, but then the 4/2 would just die to a Blizzard, which is exactly kind of what I said. So now, we definitely want to kill this Doomsayer. We do not want to give him initiative. So this is going to be 6, this is going to be 7, but this is that. So we're going to have to actually patches, but we can remember that this guy's out right here. So we actually could just plop these to the left and right of that. This would be 4. That would be 7. We actually don't even have to waste a spell. And now the option is, what do we want to do? Do we want to Drake on top of this? Our whole board dies to Flame Strike, or do we just want to kind of like hero power? And we look for like a healing totem, and then it heals these 2 guys up. This is now out of Flame Strike range. You'll have to force to ping, and this can't die to a ping. So I'm just going to kind of let it be at this and see what he does. We haven't seen Reno. That's an ice block down there, and Kazaka still hasn't come out. So this is going to be a really tough game, because normally by now we have, like, you know, we're doing pretty well. But unfortunately, we've started off exceedingly slow. So this is where we just keep rebuilding the board over time. Play basically a very resilient board to Flame Strike. Not that these cards are resilient, but the 7/7 is. So if we would have played like a Totem Golem Hero Power, everything dies to Flame Strike. We develop 1 threat. He kills 1 threat at a time. So we're going to put threat that not only stays alive to AoE. Oh god, Blood Mage Flame Strike, Volcanic Potion, ping. Ouch, that hurt. At least the 7 is making contact with face. Just keep on, we just keep trying to load up the board, boys. I don't want to use the I don't want to use the Feral Spirit yet. We still haven't drawn our Totem Golem. The Healing Totem was nice though. Unfortunately, still Flame Strike ping clears us. I kind of have to be, can't be frisky with our Jade Golems, kind of have to space them out a little bit. I know this is the first one, and I attacked the weapon because we have a follow-up in our hand. So ideally, if we can pop this block and he doesn't have Reno, we can pull off a pretty not sick, but, you know, pull off a win where I didn't think we'd get it. Killing the 7/7 makes sense. Okay, so he's at 11. This is 5, 6. This is 10. So if we roll spell power, lethal. Cool. No, yeah, this is 5, 7, 8, 11. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. So if he plays Reno, he's not clearing the board. So I think we go ahead and play the second Jade Claws. We have to hope that he doesn't have Flame Strike. I guess he could Dirty Rat. He could Flame Strike Dirty Rat. But you just gotta assume he has Reno, right? Oh, time to reset the game. We still have Aya. Now the option, what do we do? Do we Lightning Bolt attack into the Jackson because it has higher attack and more HP, or do we just Lightning Bolt Feral Spirits and ignore? I think we can kind of ignore. This is where like I want like a Bloodlust in the deck, right? Like if we would have had like a Bloodlust this upcoming turn, he doesn't have Flame Strike, we're just really getting him down low again. And the reason I chose this is because it's going to attack into a Feral Spirit, and then we can use the last weapon charge to kill off the Water Elemental. And the Reno is just kind of annoying, right? Ugh. What you gonna do? Ooh. That would have healed me to 30. That's no fun. So I guess we Sir Finley and we look for Warlock. Nice. Not even Hunter or Warlock. Not even Paladin. This is horrible. Guess give me 1 armor. Yeah, I think this game's over. It's rough. It's a rough one. I mean, he only has 4 cards in hand. I mean, if we we top deck Drake, right? And then Drake gives us Aya, or like Drake into Aya, and he doesn't have Polymorph yet, then, you know, we stand a chance. But if he starts dropping like Alexstrasza and like Kazakus, we can't outvalue that. There's just no way. Got the Aya. But unfortunately, I don't think the Aya is even going to be enough. Because I feel like he's just gonna have the damage, right? He just needs the other fireball. He already used a fireball, but he used fireball and frostbolt, but it doesn't mean he doesn't have what he needs. I mean, it's only what, 7 damage, and did he use roaring torch? I don't think so. So I don't think he has the damage. Brand into a battle cry like Drake, Courier, that could generate some value. I mean, it is gonna generate value. Now the question is, he's definitely going to, it's either he goes face and he pulls what he needs here and he sets up 2-turn lethal, or he attacks the 4/4 Aya and he just pushes me out of the game, right? Like this deck isn't built to take 8/8s. It's built to kill you before you summon the 8/8. That's our first time drawing Aya too. Have no problem drawing patches though. Have no problem there. So he's going face, setting up for the 2-turn. Man, if we had Bloodlust and we top decked it, whew. I'm thinking about, I'm actually, you know what, I might take out fucking patches and the 2 pirates, put in Bloodlust and some other things, man, because this is getting ridiculous. Like, imagine if that right there was a I mean, it's not. So I don't think there's a way that we can kill. Well, I guess there's a way. This would be, I guess there's a way we live, right? This trades, yeah. This trades, this trades, this trades. And this goes face, and he has 6 damage and we're at 8. I mean, that's technically we live, but I know we're not living. There's no way he got 2 spells from the Courier and none of them were damage. Or at least none of them he picked weren't damage. Spellslinger. He's memeing me. He's memeing me. He's trying to BM. We did get damage though. Like we have 9, what is it? 9, 13, 14, 15. Oh, never mind. Rip board. All right, we're gonna end the episode here, and I'm gonna make some deck changes, and then we're gonna go ahead and run with those changes because I can't handle the patches anymore, man. So I'll see you guys in the next episode, of course. I'm Rob Warshack, and happy whatever the hell day it is.